Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man and the Ants. We are back in Empires of the Undergrowth. As you can see, we're continuing on with our Trapjaw only colony from the Counterpart colony. So a few people have been asking in the comments how you get the Trapjaws in Freeplay. So you need to complete the extra mission, the other foot, where you take on this colony, which includes the Trapjaws as well as slave makers and army ants, against your own colony essentially. And once you completed that extra mission, you then can use the Counterpart colony as a colony in Freeplay, which is how you end up with Trapjaws and army ants and slave makers and the such like. So if you're wondering why I have Trapjaws, that is why. So, a bit of a confession, I have actually just recorded 10 minutes of this and I had to go back and cancel the recording and start again. I upgraded my recording software and for some reason, for some bizarre reason, it enabled SLI crossfire recording, which isn't even really a thing that exists these days too much. Certainly the newest cards, you can't even really do it. And that made everything look really horribly washed out, like just really bad. So I did toy with the idea of keeping that 10 minutes of footage and just living with it, but I thought, because we have a save, let's just go back and sort ourselves out. Why not? So the Blues have decided to come down here and attack us, and they're actually doing a really stellar job. I don't know why our Trapjaws are taking so long to sort of amass down here. We may have to pull them back and come down here on force, because they are struggling. There's also a hermit crab up here, and if he gets involved in lines, he's going to disrupt everything as well. So it looks like we've actually fought them off, which is good. So let's stick them over there. We do need to look at taking out the Blues today. That is pretty much today's goal, to take out the blue colony. I suspect the green colony are a bit bigger and a bit going to be a bit more of a pain to take care of. So we're going to focus on the Blues. In the meantime, though, the water is about to rise, plus we have a couple of hermit crabs up here now. So let's send the threes up there, which are the smaller group. The threes can kind of... Oh, in fact, we've got a couple of hermit crabs here, but we're never going to get them in time. So if we can pull ourselves away, it might work out that we can leave the hermit crabs to the twos, who you can see that ranged firepower just destroyed them so quickly. So quickly. So then send the twos up here to help the threes up, because the threes appear to be getting a little swamped here with a couple of hermit crabs and a wolf spider. Yeah, so it may work out that the Blues are going to come and attack us. The Blues are going to come and attack us. Alright. Alright. Yeah, no, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. I was going to say, maybe they'll go down there and they will all die when the water rises in 5 seconds, but actually they've managed to get out just in time, which is very frustrating. We have fought off their force, but we do have... Oh, that is so annoying. So an uber creature has spawned, but it spawned for the Blues. Now they're not going to take it out with that force, but they are going to have to go and take care of that. And I suppose, while they're taking care of that... Do we sneak? Do we go sneaky sneaks? Let's get rid of that pheromone marker, that's been annoying me. Let's go sneaky sneaks. Oh no, they just pulled back. Now they're leaving it to the greens. They're leaving it to the greens. You cowardly Blues. So let's put our twos there. The threes are still gathering that bit of food up there. What are the ones doing? The ones are still gathering that, so that's still working out for us. Looks like the greens are going to try and take control of this aphid colony and seed down here. Let's just send the twos down. Let's see what happens. It will give us a chance just to have a bit of a recce at the nest, if nothing else. So immediately we are getting pounded by range, which you'd expect. They don't have much food, but they do have that cheat ability where they can just hatch things for free, which is pretty much what they're doing. Well, they are using up the little bits of food they have to do it, I suppose. But then, once they've used up their food, they will occasionally just hatch everything for free. So all of these cocoons will just hatch for free because, you know, why not? So what you really need to do is control this point right here to stop the egg-laying ants making their way down here, but that's the challenge, isn't it? If we could do that, then we'd be sorted, wouldn't we? So the ones are trying very slowly to take care of that. The threes, we could actually probably send down as an additional sort of force now, because they've probably dealt with what's there, haven't they? Now, obviously, this is going to cost us a little bit of food, as we lose all of these forces and take away our main food gathering groups as well, but that's alright. Oh, I was going to say the 3s were going to come in as a backup to the 2s, but the 2s got wiped out before the 3s even got there, which really shows you just how tough this nest is. I think it has expanded a bit. These are 2 new nests, I'm pretty sure. And that's a bit of a problem, because that is 19 groups of ranged. I'm pretty sure those are ranged. And as I said, as we're attacking the queen, even if she has no food, like now, we know she has no food, but they just all hatched for free. Yeah, so if they start hatching those ranged ones when we're trying to take out the queen, that is going to be basically the end of us. And in fact, she did hatch all of those for free. Although they seem to be melee, there's not a lot of shooting going on, so that's... Oh, there we go. No, there it is. There it is. They are only level 1s, which is better, but it's not ideal. And there is something here, there's a little wolf spider here, a medium-sized wolf spider that is disrupting our reinforcement lines. Hopefully it won't last too much longer. I don't know where this food is they've been bringing back, but they must have taken out a couple of wood... Oh, and another spider as well. Spider and a woodlouse. Woodlouse, even. So we've got about 5 or 6 that have made it down to this first tier of nests, if you like. And we've got a few more on the way. I don't think they're going to... Oh, but that's what happens. Did you hear that? That's the sound of like 100 ants hatching at once. So I think, actually, we're just going to pull back at this point. We're not going to take care of that. It is just not going to happen. So let's send the 2s down there, the 3s down there. The 1s can carry on with that there. We have a hermit crab around, actually. So I'll move the 3s to the hermit crab. They can grab that. Let's get rid of that. That is unnecessary. The greens have got distracted by a couple of our Trapjaws. Hopefully they're going to go and attack the blues. It looks like they're going to go and attack the blues. We have some food to spend as well, don't we? Probably don't need to do a whole new nest at this point, do we? Should we just expand this one? Let's just expand that one. I don't think we need a whole new nest. I think it'd be a bit of a waste at this point. So we have a large hermit crab that's come down now. I might bring the 3s up as well. Well, the 2 should be okay, but just in case, I'm going to send the 3s over there, and then I'll send the 1s down to that hermit crab, actually, and that'll save them doing that. So now that's been dug out, because I'm pretty sure I didn't actually check. Well, I did check on the previous recording, which is why I didn't check for you guys. But as you can see, I was going to say everything's been upgraded. Apart from that one tile, everything has been upgraded.
Have done all they can to
so we need to do some more Trapjaws. I was going to say counterpart. That doesn't make any sense. So we'll do that. In fact, we'll just do that. Smash them all in. Why not, right? It's not even. It hasn't worked out evenly, but that's fine. Whatever. We'll live with ourselves. Somehow we'll live with ourselves. So all that food they had there appears to have gone. Looks like the greens are coming in for a little sortie just to test our lines to see what it's like. Well, that's fine. They can do that. The blues are just hanging around here. I guess there's some food spawning out of there, but the greens are having none of it. So the 1s, let's move back to that plant. It looks like they took care of everything down here, and they get all that food that was there. Where are you guys going? What is your plan? Yeah, 3s take care of those that have decided to continue on this foolish escapade of trying to take us out. Oh, it's no longer very foolish. It's no longer very foolish. Let's meet them head on. Ladies, if you don't mind. And what is this over here? That's a giant wolf spider who we don't really have the capability or the capacity to deal with while we're getting attacked by the greens here. Our food is okay. I was going to upgrade them, but... Oh, now we have the wolf spider as well. Actually, the greens have got involved with taking out the wolf spider, so it's actually worked in our favour a little bit there. That's not too bad at all. Yeah, let's go and upgrade some of these. In fact, we'll just upgrade all of them.
The workers have done all.
So that's cost us a lot of food, but we should. It's still basically 1,000 food. That's a good chunk of food. That should be enough to deal with this attack, and it's also just going to give us a little bit of additional power. And they shouldn't, although these are level 3, they are going to do a lot of damage. There aren't many of them there. We should be able to whittle them down quite easily. And whilst they are doing that, the blue and the greens are both fighting. Yeah, the greens are so powerful, man. Like I say, they're the ones we are really going to struggle with. But the greens are now being distracted with that fight with the blue. So let's send everyone over there. The ones are still up there. So yeah, the thing we're still struggling with, oh, and they've come again. The thing we are still struggling with is just trying to maintain a sensible food supply. The greens have got, basically, they own this entire south of the map. And look how many different things there are. They got seeds and aphid nests. They got spawning points for hermit crabs. They got little spiders. They got more hermit crabs. Yeah, the greens have got it sorted. They got another, just the one aphid nest there now, and another seed plant over there. Yeah, honestly, they have it crazy. So we now have the greens and a tiger beetle, and I can't remember what they're called now. Roach beetle. So now we have to fight off all of these to get access to this food, which we could actually really do with. But we don't have enough there to do that. And at the moment, we're in the same situation the greens were just now, which is where we are just throwing a line of suicide attackers into the... Look how many range they got down there. It's just crazy. These little guys might help out, though. They might distract the greens if they pose a threat. Yeah, so they are taking some of the greens' fire now, which is perfect. It's going to give our guys a chance, one, to amass a little bit. Look, greens, the blues have taken those aphids. Doesn't that make you angry? The greens have taken most of the food from that tiger beetle, though, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. And again, they've managed, they still have enough there that they're just taking us out. Those ranged troops, we really are going to struggle to deal with them, I think. So we're going to put our troops back. Not only is the water rising, but we've got another tiger beetle here and one of the... I'm going to say roach again, but I'm really not sure. And one of those up there as well. So let's go and deal with those and grab that food. And let's see what the greens do. I don't know whether they're going to carry on the attack. They are going to carry on the attack. They are going for a full... Excuse me. I normally manage to mute it, but that guy just snuck me out of nowhere. I just couldn't do anything about that one. Yeah, they are going to come down for a full attack. Which is it's just frustrating. Maybe we shouldn't have spent all that food upgrading. Maybe that was actually a tragic mistake. But they are doing it, like I say, this sort of line, this parade of ants coming down. So we're just going to push them back. But now is when we're going to start struggling. They've got enough melee just to hold us back a little tiny bit while the range take care of us. The water rise in there was very fortuitously timed. I didn't see the minimap before it happened, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that there were quite a few greens down there. There were probably actually quite a few ones down there because I don't think I pulled them back either. So, you know, that's my bad. So we're going to immediately run down there and claim those spots again. The greens have just gone down to get that C. That probably cost them quite a lot, that little attempt on us. I was going to go sneak up there and get that, but the blues are already on their way out now. What do we have spawning over here? Just bloody hermit crabs, which are not the most profitable source of food. Where are the blues going? Are they going for those seeds? Are they going literally for the food source that is farthest away from them? They really are. That's very surprising. That is very surprising. But that's fine. That means they're going to cross with the greens probably at some point. The greens have pushed up to this aphid nest now. They've got those seeds there. Hopefully the greens will realise or care soon that that is happening. And they will do something about it. The blues have started pushing down this way now. Just testing the lines, are they? Just to see what's down there? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, so the threes are taking care of apparently all of the woodlice that are going to spawn there. Which just gives us these two and that one over there, and it's not enough for us to grow at the rate that everyone else is growing. That is the problem at the end of the day. So maybe we'll send the 3s down here then. We don't want to take out the greens, but the blues food supply, maybe we'll just go for that. We've got a few blues trickling down again, taking the mix. The blues are going to try and head down here as well, actually. But there should be, you'd hope, enough of us there to take out their little piddly force. So we've got these going on here. So our food is creeping up, but it is creeping up. That's the problem. So we'll go take care of these two, because that's going to be another couple of hundred food there. So we got into a fight with the blues, the third group have. Now the greens are pushing up. Where are the greens going? An uber creature respawned, but it's right next to the greens.
Creature stirs.
It's going to take care of a bit of their food, but so they're going to go for our seed plant, actually.
Comes great reward.
We got dragged in with the greens, but yeah, where's that uber one gone? Where's he gone? There he is. I mean, if we could take care of him, that's a good chunk of food, but he is so far away right now that it's just like, what's the point of going all the way down there? Feels like that would just be very detrimental to us. The 3s, just head down there a bit more, mate. Just take care of that. That's a bit of food. It's a chunk of food. The greens look like they're thinking about attacking again, potentially. Potentially, that's how you pronounce the word. Yeah, they've got a bit of food there, which they're actually just ignoring to take us on. Which seems to be quite telling, doesn't it? So we're back up to 2,000 food. The 3s are getting a little bit of food from down there, but I mean, this is going to take... Oh, in fact, the blues are coming now as well. Can we just pull ourselves back a bit? No, the blues have run away because we had a single Trapjaw go after them. Just watching the two green masses down there. Let's send the group over there, but... Yes. And they're going to be doing something very soon. Really want that uber creature to come up. I mean, the 3s are close. There's just not enough of them. There is nowhere near enough of them there to take on an uber creature. And then once they kill him, they then have to control the path from the top of the map to the bottom of the map. And do it all before the tide comes in. Otherwise, it's just wasted. I'm hesitant to bring everyone down here, because then maybe we'll just add in like an extra 19. What if we do that? What's going on here? Now the blues are attacking again. We should be able to hold them off. So we have a few. There's a few more on the way. Let's see. Let's see what happens. If we get absolutely pulverized. Oh, wait. Oh, they're going down there for that. Which I suspect they will. Oh, especially now that's just happened. That's incredibly unfortunate. So actually, I'm just going to pull them back straight away. That's just not... In fact, let's pull them right back. Because the greens have decided they want to go down there. And right now, I don't think the greens are something we can be taking on. It's those range capabilities, man. It just destroys us. And in the meantime, our food is trickling up. Whilst the greens, look at them. Look at them. They can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. So the greens look like they're pushing it all the way up to the nest. So we're going to pull everyone back to the nest. Because they're essentially sacrifices at this point. There's no other way of putting it. Which has given the blues a chance to run in and grab those aphids. The greens are going to grab that seed plant over there. They're also going to mass up here. And come in from a little pinch movement on that side. And they're going to take that food that we killed. We killed that food. That is our food. Unbelievable. Although this might help us out a little bit, actually. Is that the one from the bottom? Or is this a different one? This is an entirely different one. So that might help us out a wee bit. Let's send the 3s down there. The greens look like they've given up their attack, but they have taken that entirely. And there's nothing we can do about that. But that is a little bit of a boost to our food. That did cost us about maybe 500 food altogether. It looks like the blues are going to go and attack the greens for control of this seed plant, though, because that pretty much is the blues' only choice of food. Because there were some aphids here, but they've disappeared now. And even when the aphids were there, the blues were contesting the greens for them all the time. So we have basically ran out of food. We have a single seed plant now, although the greens have given up with this one. Only so they're going to go and attack the blues, but, you know, tomato, tomato. So we're going to watch what happens here. We're going to drop down here. We're going to do a few more upgrades, I think. So we have a little bit of food. We don't have an overabundance of food. We're definitely not in that sort of pleasant situation. We have a little bit of food. We have better than nothing food. I'm going to swap those guys over so it's the 16, because you don't need 18 ants just getting that food there. 16 will be enough, and that's going to give us a couple of extra egg ants. In fact, I might extend this by a row and get some more workers down there to act as the egg carrying ants. Oh, that's interesting. A really healthy looking aphid nest has spawned even closer. They were down here before. Now that one there, that is pretty close to the blues, and the blues are going to want that very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Whereas the greens, what are the greens doing? The greens have run down there to take control of it, I think. What I might do is run up there then, while the greens are distracted and the blues are distracted, I was going to say, but now it looks like the greens had the same idea. They were going to go and attack the blues. So we've ended up in this kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my enemy situation. We have a few there. Let's just send them down. There should be a few more on the way. We've got 2,000 food. The ones we're going to have to send away because they cannot beat that dude. Plus the water is rising in a minute, so we're not going to be able to kill and harvest that guy. This is where these food sources really excel, because that is not going to get flooded. So the greens can continue harvesting that the whole time. It's not going to get flooded out. They don't have to stop whenever the tide's coming in to deal with the tide. They can just crack on getting all that lovely food. I don't know what they're doing now. They seem to have got themselves a bit confused. Because there is so much food there, look. How are we doing? I haven't checked. How are we doing? There's quite a few of us in there. We've taken out these ones. It looks like they haven't done their cheaty hatch yet, though. Or if they have, we've managed to deal with it. I don't know how much longer that would last, though. But so far, this looks like a pretty reasonable attack. Looks like a pretty reasonable attack. In fact, we've got closer to the queen, but there it is. That is going to be the end of us. In fact, she only didn't hatch those ones, though. Or that one. She did hatch this one behind us, which is very problematic. But we have made it right to the queen's chamber, which is pretty good, really. Let's send the ones up there for that little bit of food that's there. The problem with taking out the blues means that it's going to really just focus the greens on one thing, which is our entire destruction. That's all the green... What are you doing, greens? What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't... Oh. So they're going to completely disrupt our reinforcement lines. It looks like we should have enough, unless she suddenly hatches... or the Royal Guard. She's got Royal Guard. Wow, we are absolutely screwed. I didn't even think about the fact she'd have Royal Guard, but yeah, the greens are completely disrupting our reinforcements. So they're on their way, but they are a little bit late at this point. We have been completely wiped out down there. The blues have come out en masse to try and just take... I mean, my God, look at that. In fact, sod the blues. Sod the blues. Although she is actually quite, you know, she is actually really undefended at the moment. So maybe we will. Maybe we will. We're going to keep an eye on that, though. And if we suddenly see the greens starting to actually harvest all that food... Because right now they seem to be ignoring it. I don't know why. so we will have a go at taking out the blues then. Like I say, that was sort of the aim for this particular part. Oh, it looks like the greens are actually starting to harvest it now. How are we doing? She's not going to get Royal Guard again yet, if we can get there. We're doing okay, but she definitely has a bigger force than I think she did at this same point last time. Yeah, the greens are just taking it all now. Maybe we should have gone for it. But the chance to take out an enemy colony was something I just could not pass up. And if we can take her out, we can just slowly peel away the food from this one. Because it's just land to land. We haven't got to cut through the drainage point. We could just slowly sit in here and just take all that food for ourselves. Let the greens do whatever they want. They can have all that food. It would really, really help us. So she's got a few workers hatching. A few melee down there. Oh, she's had some cheaty ranged units up there spawn, but they're only level 1. I really need as many of these to actually make their way to the nest. We're starting to get a few coming in. Don't know where was that just died? I don't know. Yes, she's actually beaten back the forces we had in there. But at quite a severe cost to herself. But again, the main problem is, look at all the cocoons she has ready to go now. And they will just hatch for free, even though she has 0 food, because she is a cheat. She is a cheat. And this, again, is nothing more than... It is a bit of food, which is nice, but it is also a massive distraction to our reinforcement forces. I don't know why you keep having Antz just running back. None of you should be running back. Run forward. Forward only. So we have quite a large force in here, actually. We have quite a large force in here. She doesn't have much there at the moment. She does have a lot of cocoons ready to go. And you can see a lot of, again, melee and... Oh, she had all of these ranged ones in here hatch. But mainly workers, I think. Bear in mind we have a trickle of reinforcements coming in behind still. Apart from this is now, again, a massive distraction to our reinforcement lines. I think this would probably be enough. I think we're actually going to take out the Blue Queen. I gotta say, we took her out. I gotta say, I was just really at several points throughout this thinking to myself, it's just not going to work. We're just not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. So we're just going to send these groups into various chambers so they can harvest them for food as they break down. Which is apparently going to take a little bit longer than you might have thought in some cases. In fact, those valiantly holding on forces in there can be taken care of right now. I'm not having that. Send the 3s there, we'll send the 4s there then, and then the 2s are still in there. They can be. They can be. Cool, so we have a now constant supply of food. We have large enemies disrupting our lines, which is now fine, because we're now not trying to actually attack or kill anything. I might send the 1s down there. So they can kill and take some of this food from the aphid nest as well, as long as the greens don't suddenly decide they want it. There's also another little group down there, look, which would be very nice for us. Did we actually... We did not. Let's expand this. Give ourselves some more egg-carrying capabilities. We have now a giant wolf spider, but we have so many Trapjaws, they're going to take care of that in no time whatsoever. Lovely stuff. The 1s? Have any 1s made it down? They have been killed, so I assume they have. But the food's still there, so did they then get killed themselves? Or maybe. It's going to take more than a couple of workers to... take care of that. But if he's going to walk up towards our lines, another giant wolf spider, but that again isn't the worst thing in the world. We can take care of them quite easily, and they are like 260 food, I think, altogether. 260 food, yeah, I got it right, look at that. Oh, there is a hermit crab down there. So we're going to send the 1s... Oh, our seeds disappeared. We're going to send the 1s down here to try and see if they can take care of some of this. And maybe we'll send... one group of workers of assault forces down there, and then so they're gonna go grab some food from there. There's just there's loads. Just let them do their thing. I think. In fact, what I might do is I might say go right the way back there, and then the 4s head right the way back there, or maybe into that chamber. That looks like it's full of food, and that's going to be just a nice constant source of food for us. So the twos want to take out that hermit crab, but the twos are so distracted with all of the food that's around. So maybe in the first instance, we'll send the twos down to take care of these wood lice, so that the ones can just get harvesting that. That seems like a really sensible suggestion. I'm going to turn off their food gathering for the moment to even aid that a bit more. So the ones now have access to all of this food. Let's send the twos. No, don't do it. Come back to me. Ah, he's gone. He's gone. Is he? Oh, he might be okay there. Hey, he's coming back. Yeah, you idiot. Right, turn the food gathering on. So the ones now have quite a little bit of wood lice food to gather. The twos are getting this hermit crab down here, which is going to be another nice chunk of food once they take care of him, although they are getting distracted with the fact that no one's coming there to reinforce them because they're grabbing food again. We have another hermit crab coming down here, but he's going to come into our line, so that's fine. In fact, we have lots and lots of food, I've just realised. So let's start extending these ones down. We may as well increase the size of those. So the twos have taken care of the hermit crab. Let's turn their food gathering back on. Wonderful. It's another 180 food. The ones are still, or the ones are no longer working on that food. But there are a few little grubs around, so they can get them. Looks like that hermit crab has come into play over here. In fact, there's nothing gathering that, so the ones should go for that before it disappears entirely. And before another hermit crab spawns as well. So suddenly, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we are feeling a little bit more competitive. We have some good food supplies at the moment. The greens also have good food supplies, of course, which is the issue. You can't get too cocky, you know, it's all potentially going to come crashing down around us anyway. So a couple of aphid nests have spawned there, so we're going to go and deal with that. There's another hermit crab there, but he's not come close enough. Oh, the water's rising. The water's rising. So let's send the twos down here just to try and grab some of that food if they can. But again, this is the nice thing about this nest here. We don't have to worry about the water rising here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us. We can just carry on getting that food. So we're now harvesting those. The ones have got these aphid nests, but it's probably not that much of a big deal at the moment. In fact, we're just going to send the ones in because the 30 seconds is almost up. So the twos are just going to grab that bit of food that they can. Then we're going to send them down into this nest to grab some of this food. But they can go into this chamber here and start finishing that off because that's bigger food bits. Bigger is better. Right, so the tide is about to come in. Come in. There it is. Everything's been wiped out, and it will disappear momentarily. Looks like the aphid nest is going to stay, so we'll immediately send the ones down there to help with that. Has it been nighttime forever, or is it just me? It feels like it has always been nighttime in this video. Have we seen daylight? Do we remember what daylight looks like? So it looks like food sources are starting to dry up quite a bit now, actually. So there's this aphid nest here, which I do like. It's a nice aphid nest. There's this one here, and there's this one here. So I might send the twos down to this aphid nest. The ones aren't going to be able to hold off the ladybirds, unfortunately. So they are just going to be able to take whatever they want. But, in fact, maybe, should we maybe? It looks like the greens are going to come down for this aphid nest. Until they got distracted with the ladybird and stuff. How are we doing? We're still going. We don't need to worry about giving you any extra... In fact, I might send the ones in there as well, you know. Why not? Sod the aphid nest. They can't kill the ladybird, so it's not going to be a very long-term profitable goal. So we may as well... to split the twos between this one and this one, just occasionally just ping them back and forth. Oh, we have lots and lots of food. Lots and lots of food, so let's get some upgrades in. In fact, there are some upgrades in the other nest as well, aren't there, that we need to finish off.
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
So let's do that. That's going to improve our forces a fair bit, I would have thought. I thought I told the ones... Did I not tell the ones to go down here? I was very convinced I told the ones to go down there. So the 4s are still going there. The 3s are almost done in here. That is the only thing. You do need to micromanage the food gathering down there a bit. It'd be a bit nice if you could just say, you know, if you could just click on the roof of the nest, or the nest entrance, and just say, just do it. Just gather all the food. Gather all the food. So let's send the 2s over there. That's where I went wrong, I think, with the 1s. I must have had the group selected still. That's what happened there. So the greens are amassing, but they keep getting distracted by the ladybirds, which they do manage to kill with all their ranged really, really easily, which shows you the power they have, because we are struggling to kill the ladybird. We will get rid of it, but we cannot kill it. So we're going to keep a bit of an eye on this nest now, just because we need to manage the 3s a little bit. As soon as they've grabbed those last bits of food, we need to move them on out. Whilst they're doing that, let's upgrade... Why can't I not upgrade those 2? Is it because I made it a weird shape? Okay, well, we'll just do that. And then let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's a bit more food spent. There's a little bit more power to our armies. Where are they going? Oh, there's a fish that's arrived over there. I mean, I'm tempted to go down there and take it from them. I don't know that I can, is one thing. And I can't use any of these forces because I need to maintain control of this nest. I don't know. Oh my god, look at that. I don't know. In fact, let's do this. I don't know if the greens would try and take the blue nest from us. Or if they would just be like... If they wouldn't see it as a potential food source. If they haven't been down there to see the food, do they know there's food there? You know? So we're getting routinely beaten at the moment. But we're just going to see what happens here. We're going to see what happens. A lot of them are still bringing food back. So there's a lot of reinforcements to come down yet. We are doing okay with the fish, actually. We have managed to get some food from the fish. They're not sending enough. In fact, it's not actually the greens. It's just a piddly little spare colony. Should we call them that? A spare colony. Yeah, so they have managed to take care of all of our forces. So actually, let's send everyone back down here again. No need to be silly. No need to be silly. I was going to try and see if I could take it from them, but if I can, I can. We'll just have to let them have it, unfortunately. If we could have like a massed group going down there, that would probably be okay, but let's just leave that at that. Now the greens have gone down to take control of the fish. As well as that... Oh, did I just move the 2s as well? Where are the 2s? Where's the 2s thermal marker? Did I just somehow delete it? It looks like the greens are coming back for another wee Barney, look. Let's bring the 2s here then. I don't know where they were, but they're going to come here now. Some have got distracted by that spider, which is perfectly reasonable. He is a bit of a threat. So it looks like the greens are coming for a fairly credible attack here. Now, there are quite a lot of them on their way. Quite a lot of high level as well. As soon as the 2s have finished with this little fight over here, if they finish this little fight over here, actually, I'd like them to try and mass over here. Because this is going to be like the meeting point between their main force, the force is coming back this way, and the force is coming out of the nest. What I'd want to try to avoid is this sort of situation where we have like fights on 2 fronts happening. This is what I'd like to avoid, but it looks like this is exactly what we've got going on now. So let's just bring everyone over here. It does mean these ones that have snuck past are going to be able to take out the ranged ones quite nicely, because they're going to be able to essentially pincer movement them, which is cool. But now we have to deal with these head on as well. No pincer movements available. Well, saying that, there's a few that are trickling out still. Bring them all down here because they're going to get a bit distracted. I'm hoping a few of those are bringing food back because our food just dipped under 2,000. Or hasn't regained after it went down last time. So we'll just keep on pushing them back, which we are managing to do. I suspect that's only because we are close to our nest, so the reinforcements don't have far to go. Whereas now when they have a little bit further, each time they kill one, it takes a little bit longer to get replenished. And that's when we're going to start running in trouble. You can see the amount of ants we are losing just constantly, look. Absolutely constantly, yeah, the distance they have to travel is what's holding them up now. To the point where I'm thinking we might need to just pull everyone back. Let's just pull everyone back. Let's just consolidate our forces. But we're going to lose a few in the meantime, but that's fine. Let that happen. Oh, in fact, we're going to lose a few workers. Let's bring the workers over here. And just want to keep an eye on this nest and make sure the greens don't suddenly pile down there. And then we're going to bring everyone forward for a proper attack here, where we're going to regain that advantage of home turf, where it's not going to take long to replenish our forces, hopefully. Although, you can see our food is ticking down. We've lost about 500 food in this fight so far, and they are still coming. They are still coming. It looks like this may be the total of the forces they are willing to commit. But it may just be that as they start dying, they will continue bringing those forces forward anyway. There's a couple of lovely hermit crabs there and a lovely tiger beetle. We could just get rid of this. We could just get rid of these. Get this attack stymied. So they're going to get distracted with a couple of hermit crabs, which is going to provide them food as well, annoyingly. But we've got a brief respite. We can grab a couple of hundred food-ish. Just grab it and run. They're still working on those hermit crabs, but they are now on their way. So our little break has disappeared entirely. We did manage to get all that food though, which is something. The water's about to rise, which might be where they completely break their attack. Depending on how many they lose, probably not going to be very many, unfortunately, because it's not a very long route, is it? So I'm going to keep pushing them back here, which goes against what we said before, but it looks like they've actually stopped their attack. Probably because the water's rising, so we're going to grab that. We're going to send the 2s and the 3s over there. We're going to leave the 4s over there. So we sort of swapped over the groups that were downstairs, but that's fine. I say downstairs, in the other nest. I'd love to get that, but he's about to be completely destroyed by water incoming. So we'll just ignore that for now. Just ignore that for now. So they've come down into this nest. What is this? Oh, interesting. Interesting. We have an intruder in the nest. That's kind of cool. That's an extra bit of food for us. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. So let's send the 3s here and the 4s. Did you ever finish that chamber? You did. So why don't we send the 4s here? Somewhere a little... Well, in fact, here. A bit closer to home. Or, in fact, in here. Finish off this bit of food that's in there. Ah, the greens are on their way back. Look, we might not have much time down there, though it's not a very large force at all. What are they doing over here? There's a couple of large tiger beetles, or medium tiger beetles, I think, that are distracting them. Did that uber tiger beetle just get wiped out by a flood then? Was he not actually any use? That's a shame. There's a good bit of food down there as well. I don't know why the greens aren't prioritising that at all. Let's bring the 2s over here to help fight them off, because they've got the front lines being pushed back a bit. They are sending more troops down. They are sending more troops down. In fact, they're swinging up around this side as well, which is causing issues with our lines that are down in these areas. So let's just send you in here. Now you've cleared that area out. We have one of these as well that have come in. So it looks like they're retreating, are they? Maybe. 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 No. Maybe? Maybe. It's hard to tell. We seem to have one force has retreated, but the other ones are still coming. So let's just pull everyone back a wee bit. Let them come to us, right? Although they are now going to get distracted by these guys. But there's only a few of them there, so they might be able to take care of that. Yeah. Right. Ones, go grab that. While it looks like the break has occurred, 2s, 3s, and 4s head downstairs. In fact, there's 100 food there, so 2s head down there. Oh, no, there's another attack coming. There's another attack coming. So, again, a relatively small one. Looks like they're sort of testing us more than anything. So I might leave the 4s, sorry, and the 1s going down that nest. If we can hold them off, like, around here, we might be okay. So maybe we'll try to do that. Maybe we'll just try to hold, like, the bottom of this ramp. We'll send the 2s up there. The 3s will leave there as like a defense force for the moment. What is this? So that's not too bad. He'll get pretty swamped. The 1s we can send down here to continue grabbing that food store there. There's another one down there. Look, there's another chunk of food. And there's a tiger beetle there. Looks like I was about to say it looks like the greens have stopped, but right on cue, here they come. They did actually manage to kill that ladybird, look. I didn't think I was doing too well at that, but maybe I'm not doing too badly after all. So we're going to send the 2s down here to join in this little fight just to hold the greens off. There's obviously something down here they want. Probably the aphid nests. That's probably what they're after. And that just suggests that they're really struggling for food elsewhere. Well, they've got seeds. They've got loads of seeds down there. They've got an aphid nest there. They have this little group of like 200 food here just hanging around. They've got 200 food there they're just sat on and not actually gathering. Another 140 there. There's plenty of food around. They're just sort of choosing not to use it. So they have actually pushed us back a little bit here. And actually, it's been about an hour since I started recording. I know that this video is slightly under an hour, but as I said, I had to restart the recording again because of the issues I had with the very washed out look. So the 4s that are going down here have just been told, to go to the queen rather than doing anything useful. So I just clicked on the top of the nest and didn't change anything. So let's change that and get them doing that. Looks like, again, we've taken care of this little attack from the greens, but I think it's just going to keep coming at the moment. Whilst food is so scarce, they're just going to keep coming for us. We just need to hold them off. Just hold them off while we do our thing. I was hoping for a break in this attack so that we could put a sensible place in to stop the video, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like they're just going to keep coming and coming. So, if they're going to keep coming and coming, we will just have to put a break in the video here. We'll have to come in mid-battle, essentially. Although saying that, maybe we've just won this little tussle. I think we have. So let's pull the 3s back to that aphid nest. The 2s are gathering some food up here, which they're almost done with, actually. There's also more food over here still, so we'll send the 2s over there when they're ready. The 4s and the 1s are going down to the enemy nest to gather that. That's just a ladybird, that's fine. How are the 2s? 2s have gathered all that food there, so let's send the 2s over to that spawn point instead. Look at that. There's delicious amounts of food down there. We might have to send some people down there, actually. In fact, we are. We're going to send the 3s down there, whilst the greens have retreated entirely into their nest. They're just given up for the moment, which is very interesting. So maybe they're not as strong as we thought. Maybe they're out of food and they picked the wrong food source to go for if they thought they were going to take ours. But then, anyway, we need to stop this. We need to stop this now. Now that the greens have actually relented, let's put a pause in this video, come back to it next time. We set out to achieve taking out the blues, and we took out the blues. So it's been a successful video in that regard. We're still struggling a little bit, just trying to maintain food control areas. But that being said, it has suddenly gone a little bit better. Now that the greens have relented a bit, we've got a bit more food around us. We've got the nest we can continue just harvesting as well. So everything is just, it's starting to turn up Millhouse. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. That guy's going to struggle to take that guy out on his own. Have you got any help down there at all? No. No, you do not. You're going to have to wait for some friends to catch up with you, I think. So, yeah, things are looking up. Things are looking up in our Trapjaw only colony. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying this ongoing challenge series of the Trapjaw only colony. If you are enjoying it, hit that like button. That'd be really, really appreciated. Comment, subscribe, all those good things as well if you fancy. Don't forget, I do stream on Wednesdays at 7 PM UK time. Currently streaming Total War Warhammer 2, doing a Gorok campaign, which is it was recommended to me as I am a bit of a noob. It's been something that is relatively simple compared to some of the other campaigns. Mainly because you get Croak, who's just this unbelievably hardcore, already upgraded with this unique armor and stuff. Slan mage, and he just kicks everyone's ass. Quite frankly, just kicks everyone's ass. Just doesn't care. Croak does what Croak wants, and it works out splendidly for me. So come along and say hello there if you're around, and if you know anything about Warhammer as well, that'd be quite useful. Or Total War, I should say. I'm going to send everyone down here to take care of these two, because they could cause a lot of problems for our troops going backwards and forwards between those two lines. We got a fish! We've got a fish! That is our first nearby fish, which is great, but is actually a bit of a problem in terms of getting the troops over to where they need to be. And that is also great, but a little frustrating for where we need to be at the moment. Although he's taking care of these enemies that are coming out, and if they can control that aphid nest and they want to do that, that's actually quite fine with me. So let's turn all their food gathering back on. Let's resend. Oh, the fours are still going down? No, they're not going down to the nest. Let's send the fours down into the nest. There's another one there. I mean, they're all going to get stuck on that fish pretty much. The threes we were sending down here. Let's do that. Twos down to the aphids there. Yeah, why not? Why not? And then the 1 and 4s going down here, and they'll gather the fish and all this other food as well as we're going. Wow, how fortuitous for us. So, yeah, I've done almost stuff, haven't I? Like, comment, subscribe, watch the stream, that'd be great. If I don't see you in the stream, I shall see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth. Ah, damn. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.